What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here.
Rick Ginn here.
And in today's video, we're breaking down how we made $227,000 off of one list. And I know you're like, oh, did the thumbnail say something, guys? We are fresh hot on a deal we just picked up. Finally got it done. I'll pop it back on the thing. So we took a picture of it.
Yeah.
If you want to see, we got the date on it, April 27th. Probably not going to show too much, but picked up another $35,000 check today. And yes, I don't really pick up checks at all, but we wanted to make a vlog. And, you know, we get so many great hate comments sometimes of Zach, you don't do this business for real. So I'm like, you know what, let me pick up a check, flex on the gurus, because gurus ain't going to do that. So in today's video, we're going to break down exactly the deals that we got off of just one list, how we made $227,000 from one list, and exactly how you can do the same thing in your real estate wholesaling business. It's a lot of moolah, right?
It's a lot of cash. So that's why we love wholesaling.
Yeah, let's break it down, guys. So without further ado, do me a big favor and smash that like button. Subscribe if you want to get more of this information. Guys, we're one of the few YouTubers that actually do deals, that actually show you deals. We show you HUDs today. That's very scary. I don't remember. I will go on record here. Someone prove me wrong. I don't know any other YouTuber that does wholesaling in the 50 states that shows HUDs. There's not one.
Whatever.
There's literally not one, because we're not scared. We do this business for real, and we're ready to show exactly the HUDs, the truth, everything. We're ready to go. So without further ado, smash that like button and subscribe. And if you're excited, you ready to get up, let's get it.
Let's do it.
Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and they got go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Go. I'm ready to go, guys. I'm telling you right now, one list. I don't think we've ever made this much money off of one list. Now, we will market like 5, 6, 7, 8 lists a month, but like from one list, we're getting an insane amount of deals, and we're ready to share it. So without further ado, let's break it down. Let's get rid of the fluff. We ain't no gurus. We're ready to share it. So
let's do it.
You guys saw the check on here. We're going to see the HUDs. We're going to share exactly. So 220,000. That's what we thought. We got some better profits than usual than we thought. So thumbnail obviously changed because we're making more, but we're excited to share exactly how we did it and how you can do the same exact thing in your real estate wholesaling business. So let's break it down, guys and gals. So we did 3 deals from one wholesaling list, just one list. Now, one stipulation on here, this was not a list of 100 leads, right?
Yeah.
Everything. This is a list of around, what do you say, like 7,000-8,000, right? Like it's a pretty big, decent list, but
it's not huge. So
it's 3 deals. It's
a lot of people
deals.
think I'm doing 50,000, 100,000. I'm telling you guys, these are regular lists. I do not waste money marketing.
Yeah.
So it's what you net and take home at the end. Don't be fooled by these people that tell you, you know, they do 10 or 15 deals, but they don't share what their marketing expense is. So I mean, it's a good size list, but it's under 10,000. Well under 10,000. It's over 5,000. So just people always asking, hey,
we spent around what, 4 or 5 grand on like marketing this list, but like you get 227,000 back. It's like, huh, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, like we're doing this working minimum, what, 4 or 5 hours a week in the business. Like I like those margins. And obviously there's other lists we made during the month. We did a lot of JV deals. We did some really small wholesaling deals. I think we got to break down the check. We had like a $2,000 deal, like small deals, obviously, but we do a lot of small JVs. But like these are the big ones. Obviously, we like to do the heavy hitting ones because we got the HUDs for them, man, and we're excited to share it. So let's break it down. No one gets excited on small deals anymore. I mean, we got to push the pace. So, remember how excited we got on when we did a $60,000 deal on YouTube? We're like, oh my gosh. And then, we got 100K, 115 guys. We're ready to share it. So
guys, we didn't start out doing it that. To be honest with you, I did a lot of $2,000 and $3,000 deals in my first year or two. So like not every deals are like this, but you got to understand when you can put it all together and you get some experience and you get good advice from people that actually do the business, they're not just fluffing you with programs, you can put this together. So once you learn how to locate the deals we're going to show you today, and you learn how to talk to people and connect with them, amazing things can happen. So you want to fail forward. I don't want anyone to fake it till you make it. You don't need to do that. You just need to be your true authentic self and keep building up your skill set muscle for wholesaling.
All right. I like it. So
let's go.
All right. Let's get it. Put this right here. So without further ado, 3 deals, 1 list. Let's break it down, guys. Remember, everything we teach is at freewholesaling.com. So go to the top, bottom right there. You want to join freewholesaling.com. So without further ado, let's break everything down. Let's share it. Deal 1 was a $115,000 deal in Port St. Lucie. My personal record for a deal. Obviously, I've been teasing at the vlog forever. Some of these videos take forever to edit and get ready, and we have so many backup videos just because, we always want to be able to. The way we do it is because we release at least 1 original video per day per channel. That it was in the back burner for a little bit, but we finally got it edited, looking nice. We're still editing a little, but second one was a $77,000 deal we did in Vero Beach, Florida. And last one is a $35,000 assignment deal we did in White City, Florida, Fort Pierce area. So these are the 3 deals we did, all from 1 list. Remember, these are a part of all on the Treasure Coast.
Yes.
So
that's our market.
So that's technically all in our 1 market, 1 type of list we did there.
And guys, notice we do them in our local market. That's if you have the ability to do it. If you're outside like a ridiculous, Manhattan or something like that, you have more knowledge about your local market than any other market, guys. People always ask them, what market do you start with? Always start with your own market, and then you can branch outwards from there.
That's it. So that would have been what? If we're doing average of 10K deal virtual, that is what? 22 deals virtually, right? Like,
yeah.
How much effort would 22 virtual deals be versus 3 deals?
It takes a staff.
This is one thing we say to everyone, but doing a $115,000 deal and doing a $2,000 deal is the literal same amount of work. And
it's just another zero.
It's another zero. And a lot of haters are going to say, Zach, 115 is a fake number. This is all fake. And I'm excited to share the HUDs with you guys because go out here and let me show you that we actually do this business for real.
And they're single family houses, guys. I'm not even giving multi. They're not apartments. It's not a commercial deal like we do these, guys. It works.
That's it. So
in a hot market too.
I'm excited. So let's break it down. So, and also one of the most saturated quote unquote markets in Florida. So
I think everybody comes to this market.
Everyone. So let's break it down, guys. So
don't come here.
What list? So number 1, this is going to be, we're using our secret high equity tired homeowner type list. This is basically to an extent the same list we use at mailingmastery.com. That is our free direct mail course. Literally, we could sell this thing for $7,000 and we'd get hundreds of people trying to hop on. It's
thousands.
Yeah. I mean, mailingmastery.com's our mailing training is absolutely for free. This is kind of where we break down more of the list pulling and stuff. This was from listrei.com, aka PropStream.
So guys, keep in mind, secret is inside of freewholesaling.com. You guys know how I feel about secret and wholesaling?
Yeah. Everyone goes like, oh, it's a secret. It's going to charge for it.
Yeah, no, there's no charge. It's just a BS cover so people can get in your pocketbooks. Guys, all this information is free on the internet. You just got to find an organized place you can get it. You come to Flip with Rick. You work with me and Zach. We're going to help you out.
Exactly. So this is around a 60% equity list on here. Remember, the real nitty gritty watching Rick actually pull. It's all at mailingmastery.com. But 60% equity plus on this one. Minimum 5 years ownership. And because of how crazy our market is, and then slightly above average ARV and below. And no properties built after 2012. That is the list that we pulled for our local market. Now, if you go to mailingmastery.com, there's some secret niche stuff that Rick does that basically sheds that, because you pulled that list, it'd be like 20,000. We shed that, some secrets we got Mailing Mastery. Obviously, I don't want to spill it out because I want you to actually watch the entire Mailing Mastery because If you get this information and then you do a terrible postcard, you do a terrible type of marketing strategy for it, it's going to stink.
Yeah.
So I want to get educated. So basically shaved to 12,000, no, 20,000 to 8,000. And that's the truth. That's how we're able to do well, because we can shave that down and get really good stuff. So what type of marketing have we done on this? Number one, we did cold calling on it, direct mail, and SMS marketing. That is our big three that we do. Direct mail is definitely our number one. Cold calling and SMS is definitely 2 and 3 respectively, but that's the type of marketing that we do on this list and we recommend on it. Oops. So let's break down the $115,000 deal. I'm excited for this one. So let's break it down. So number one, the seller wanted to sell from probate on this one. Now, here's something that was kind of upsetting, but the probate mailer didn't work, right? Like the letter didn't work. The seller did not like the letter.
Did not respond.
They didn't respond to it. Most likely, I mean, every mailer we give on probate, there's like 1 million realtors actually doing mail on it. Like, the probate mailer didn't work. It legitimately didn't work on this one.
So guys, here's a tip on your probate. If you've got probates that no one's responded to after a mailing or two, go ahead and put them in your regular list, either cold call or SMS. Definitely, if you're doing a type of mailing, and you'd be surprised. Sometimes it's just timing. So the timing, it was months after it happened. It just, they were not receptive to our initial probate. So what happens when that lead's kind of dead, we just throw it in our general lead mailbox, and then you can SMS, cold call, or send direct mail. So don't throw away your dead probate deals that don't respond. It just, you got to do the McDonald's Burger King approach. Sometimes, hey, listen, I like McDonald's fries, but I like the, the Big Whopper.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't eat that
hate
much,
the
dude, because
Whopper.
it sticks to my hips. But I'm telling you, we all have a favorite, and sometimes people just do not like a Big Mac and they go for the Whopper. So use that tip. It helps me out a lot. It actually helped me out to 115 grand.
Oh, trust me, it worked really well. But I tell you right now, some mailers work, some don't. Like, it just at the end of the day, the postcard works really well. So basically what we did, we sent ROS postcard to that deal. Now here's something really fun. Let's share the HUDs on this one, because I'm not scared little gurus. Basically bought it for $195, sold it for $330 something.
That's the property record, right? So that's from the county appraiser's site.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Straight there. You can't fudge this stuff, guys.
We cover some of the stuff up on here just because
we get abused in our market.
I don't want people knowing exactly where we got this deal, because we've spent 20 plus years figuring out exactly what works well.
I've given you the county, but look at those top two numbers. Like, so you know that number behind the 3 is 0 through 9, whatever. I'm not going to give you like the final number. I can tell you, it's not 0.
It had a little rehab, like nothing crazy. It was under 10K rehab. It was a very good deal. So if my haters want to go screenshot this, say whatever you want about us, I don't really care. December to February, got the deal very fast.
That was the end of December, just so you guys know. We churn these properties pretty quick. This is what we call a wholesale. And the reason we wholesale, because what am I going to sign this for? 20, 30 grand?
Yeah.
For the guys, if you could get triple or quadruple the profit, you would do this exact same strategy. You just have to pick the right houses to do. I do not believe in heavy rehabs. Here's my rehab. Ready? Flooring, appliances, and minor stuff with a handyman, usually done in 2 weeks or less. So if you guys can pull that off, go for it. Especially in today's market, these houses are still moving really, really well, and take advantage of it.
And here's kind of the thumbnail on it, guys. We're going to break down the whole deal on this one. This was a wholesale. It was probably what, an 80, 75K wholesale, but because of how crazy the market was, it did really well. This is the thumbnail. This is going to be vlog number 18. It will be coming out in a month or two, but take some time to edit these videos and everything like that. I'm not a guru. We don't have this huge editing team. You know, it takes us a little bit to do it. I do it in my spare time. But it's going to be a pretty good deal. So it'll be a fun one for you guys to watch. I think it'd be a lot of value. So deal number 2, this is the pretty check we got here. 35 grand. Pick that up. We don't do checks off. We just do it to show you we actually do it. Oh, it got printed. I thought today was the 27th. All right. I just picked it up today. I got the stuff, but
what is today?
The 28th.
Oh, she probably printed it last night.
Yeah. Draft day. So, yeah, 27th, 35K, whatever, day late, whatever.
Are we watching the draft with the Dolphins?
I'm watching the draft. We're going to get
I'm not, because there's no point. The Dolphins, we gave
could
up
trade
everybody,
could trade up.
but we got the cheetah, so it doesn't matter.
All right, we're not gonna break that down,
Okay.
but 35K, great deal. Let's kind of break a little bit about that. Seller got arrested and was going to jail, maybe prison. You never know. Basically, we sent an offer price on the ROS postcard here of 172, negotiated down to 150, and we signed it at 185 with the realtor. When you guys see the vlog, you'll understand it's a nasty house. It's vacant. Had a lockbox on it. A huge key here. If you get a lockbox on a property, you can easily turn a $20,000 wholesaling deal to a $35,000 just because you can bring more people through. You bring a lot of realtors who overpay on deals. Technically, it was a $40,000 assignment. We gave $5,000 to the realtor, and we made 35 on this one. So great deal. I actually filmed this today. You see me with the shirt. Came out here. It took me a little bit to get the one-on-one link today because I had to run back. So
you didn't record this video a year ago and release it?
No, I recorded it today. I don't know when it's going to get released because we got to edit and stuff. But I just took a screenshot from the thing today. But I took the check today, picked it up. Nasty looking house there.
Sweet.
But it was a great deal. It was a good deal. So
guys, this is a perfect example of these types of houses. We get rid of as fast as we can for the best price with very, very little of our money, just a small EMD, and we move on. And the ones that just need light little rehab in a hot market, we love the wholesale. Somebody's asking on there, what is a wholesale? A wholesale is basically where you take a traditional wholesale deal, you fund it, and then you rapidly sell it on MLS for the highest bidder, and it usually yields you. We like to get at least 2 to 4 times what we would normally get on a traditional wholesale deal.
Exactly. So it does pretty well. So that was a very good deal.
Well,
it was pretty good.
That's good. That's a nasty house, guys. Honestly, if I was a regular Joe, I would never even bid on a house like this.
You guys are gonna love the vlog. I was literally gagging. The septic had I don't even get into it.
Yeah, you're still young.
You're glad videos don't show smell. That's one thing. That's the
problem.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about deal number 3 here. This one, Vero Beach. We filmed this one last Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had to go up north, and then we swung by here, and it was a great deal. This is 77 grand. This is part of the edited thing. It's still got to be edited a little more, but right here is pretty much a block house. The landscaping looks beautiful. Just we did a lot to that thing. So let's show the HUDs because I am not a scared guru.
We didn't go crazy on that one. Actually, guys,
no.
That is literally paint, pressure cleaning, flooring, and appliances. That's as far as I ever want to go. It took 2 weeks to rehab, but it literally tripled our normal wholesale profit deal. So we pick and choose the ones we take the market. As I said, when they're really rough, I don't touch them. I am not a rehabber. I'm going to go find a rehabber that'll pay top dollar and move on. We like to use realtors because they usually pay us the most.
Exactly. So $77,000 deal, and it was good. So let's show the HUDs. We're not scared. So basically bought this property in February 25th. For purchase price here, you can see 137 on here. Basically, due from buyer is 137, and then it's basically 138 after everything here. There's my pretty e-signature. I don't remember signing that, but some of the team got it signed. So signed that, and we bought the deal. Obviously, my name, so I'm liable for everything. Good deal, but actually, the properties hasn't sold yet. It's still it's under contract for 240. So it stayed conservative on it on 77K, but
it closes really short.
So basically, bought thing for 138, selling it for 240. We had a decent amount of costs, and then obviously we had to pay a realtor, a buyer side. We actually might be on. I think I calculated a 6% commission on the video. I don't know why.
Well, I think we did
because we own the brokerage. So no, we actually might be over 80.
I think we did 4%.
Yeah, that's too.
It was up to me. Listen, you still got to pay your realtors, but as the market, if you guys are in a hot market, you can negotiate all these fees. So even if you don't own your own brokerage, I get people to do 2% all day long, and they'll knock each other over for it.
Oh yeah. Basically, the seller here just wanted to move to Georgia. I think it's one thing. Most sellers, it's not really that crazy. Like they just want to move, right? Like there's not like this deal didn't have like a stupid amount of appreciation, right? It's just, I mean, not a stupid amount of just like motivation, but the sellers wanted to move and they wanted a quick cash offer. So
somebody asked what a small EMD is. For us, a small EMD was probably like $500. Guys, I started out at like $10. It doesn't matter what the amount is if you can get the deal. Remember, your EMD is pretty much refundable and completely protected. So full disclosure, a lot of them we do like $1,000 or $2,000, just so it's just what I do. I didn't start out doing that.
$1,000 EMD on that HUD.
That was $1,000. A good deal though. Like a good deal. If you got to put down more money to show you're serious, do it. Guys, you're not really risking money with EMD in my opinion. So who cares?
No. So we like listai.com for this. We do a lot of zachdata.com when it comes to kind of comps and cash buyers to a point. But yeah, that's really it. So small EMD, I would say at minimum $100 you should be doing. But here's a good one from Dia. I get asked this question all the time. We got a lot of newer wholesalers on here. So do you guys have a mentorship?
Might want to screenshot this one.
This is when
I could do an entire do an entire episode on this.
All right. Can I go on this one? Oh, this would be a great one.
All
right. Hold on. Let me put my fake guru voice. Maybe we can do a discovery call with you and really see what's the best for your needs. Maybe you need to take out a $5,000 loan and maybe it's at 15%. Maybe we can just charge you $10,000 to go to my mastermind. Anything you really want, me and the team can do it and we can charge you $5,000 to $10,000 for it. Here's the thing, when we give information, how the people that already paid, they'd feel really bad if I just gave it to you for free and you became a better person. And, even though it's all online, I would be doing a disservice to my community if I had to charge $10,000 for you to learn how to talk to somebody. It's bad. And
then my favorite is you get what you pay for. You got no skin in the game.
That's my favorite.
You're not serious about it. Dude, ask people like Corey and all the other people on this live. Like, he had no skin in the game. He did just fine. Guys, this information, all wholesaling is out there.
Corey's skin in the game was? He had to feed kids and he worked a job.
Yeah. Guys,
if that doesn't motivate you to go get a deal, I don't know what else will, right?
Listen, I got no problem if people want to pay for a service. I've paid for them, for full disclosure. I'm just here to tell you, it's not going to make you a better wholesaler. Okay. Most people offer free information. It's a gimmick. It's actually complete BS. We are the only ones that throw 100% free. I don't even offer you I don't even offer you a $50 product. All we do is recommend things we use in our business that actually work and steer you in the right direction to make it work. I'm tired of people teaching wholesaling that is the last 20 years. Me and Zach are the only people that do it completely different. At some point, stuff has to change. You can find anything you want on the internet. The question is, how much do you want to pay for it? Completely up to you. Okay. These people, I know they're good people, but we're doing the same thing we did 20 years ago. We have to stop.
So I'll show you. Just sophisticated being funny. I can't put my credit card in. And obviously they've been through it. Basically how it works, you just go to freewholesaling.com. This is like really simple. But this is basically create your account. You put your email in. You just make a password for yourself so you can track your progress in it. And literally that's it. There's no credit card. So let me show you right here. Let me do this really quick. Hold on. I don't want to put my email on there, but I'll just do a fake one. Actually, I'll just do one that we already have one, right? No, it already say I have one. I can do this. Hold on. Let's do support at flipitwork.com. Hold on. Flip.
You got support one up there.
I have to do +1 because if I don't do +1, Air's going to say I already have an account. I hate gurus. So I got to show you guys. Literally, I'm showing you how easy it is to go to freewholesaling.com. Everything is just a gimmick. There's a,
the only gimmick is the only thing we ask for is your email. That's it. So we can communicate. No. I don't get your phone number.
No, I only get the email because you can track your login on it. It makes you feel like you're in a real mentorship course, which it is a real one. And lastly, most importantly,
it's actually the same system all gurus use to host their coaching platforms.
So did I just put a login information on this or did I just get into it, right? legit. This is the thing. We get the email for a couple of reasons. First of all, most importantly, if I have your email, I can send you when I do lives and stuff, which obviously helps more people. And the last thing, honestly, if you want to put your email in, I'll send you all the information. That's legit it. We couldn't grow the biggest wholesaling mastermind that's for free without an email list. So we send that out for free. It cost me money actually to email you guys, but basically this is it. We can get into it. Hey guys, Zach Ginn, and information, and we get all these videos. So you got, bonus topics, real deal examples, ARV marketing systems, foundation. We got a little like lingo thing right here. You can break down it all, guys. It's all in here at freewholesaling.com.
Guys, there's 25 years total experience between us. So if you're saying, hey, it's you get what you pay for, no. The problem is a lot of you equate when you pay a big dollar figure, you think all your problems are solved with it. I'm here to tell you, just because you pay someone doesn't mean you're getting the correct material. I hear this word value all the time thrown around.
Oh, it drives me
beyond
crazy.
abused. I can't give you any more value than this.
So if you look here, so you're part of it, right? Here's the Facebook group. You click here to join the Facebook group. Once you're in the Facebook group, guys, you get links to join the one-on-ones every Wednesday and Thursday with me, and then you can go watch the YouTube channel here with all the lives to ask the questions. So for example, I click Facebook group. Where does it go? It goes to Wholesaling Houses for Real. Once you go into Wholesaling Houses for Real, let me share the screen right here. You get joined into the largest wholesaling place in the planet. Facebook Mastermind group by active members. Shared an hour ago, one-on-one coaching call with Zach. You click that, you hop on, and you can actually talk to us one-on-one for free. I don't know how else it should be complicated, because once you start clicking that, guess what happens? You hop on and you talk to me for free, kind of like Steven. So Steven, what is up?
Hey guys, hey. Really happy to be here. Really surprised I got chosen as well. So thank you for everything, and you guys are really guiding me toward my how do you say that, journey. I just moved back from Haiti to Miami. Wow. Yeah, so I just got my real estate license as well, and I will tell you what I got that for. I'm brand new to this world. Sorry for my accent; it's kind of heavy.
No, your English is excellent, by the way.
All right, man. So thanks. So I've been following you guys a lot. Like I said, I'm brand new. So cold calling and driving for dollars are my main advertising for now. Okay. And I live in Miami, so the North Miami area, where there's Haitians and then where there's Miami Gardens, those type of places. So my first question for you guys. So I use the scripts that you guys gave me. Okay. So when I use the scripts, I feel like I don't know enough. I'm brand new, so I go step by step from everything that Zach says. But I mean, when I get to the nitty gritty of the conversation, what more should I say?
You're overcomplicating it, Steven.
All right.
You buy a house for cash, and then you give that deal to a end buyer for a finder's fee.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm there with you.
So you talk with somebody. Hey, I want to buy your house for cash.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else conversation you should have on it, right? Like, it's like, have you ever bought a car?
Yeah.
You seem pretty confident when you're buying a car because you're just buying a car, right? You know how a car works. You know, it's got wheels, and like, you don't have to be an expert. You ask me how transmissions work, I'm going to be bad. Okay, I'm not going to be good.
He doesn't know.
No, I don't. Okay. I can pay for someone easily to do it, but like, that's the thing. Like, I can negotiate a car better than anyone than a mechanic, because it's all about talking to people. But
yeah. Steven, let me give you 2 tips. So number 1, you never know it all. I've been in this business 20 years. Not a day doesn't go by that I don't learn something. Okay.
All right.
So I've had that mentality from day one, and you have to accept it through your entire journey of real estate investing. Wholesaling is the starting platform. So you're never going to know it all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to know it all. The way we teach it is you have people help you along ways, your title companies, probate lawyers, real estate agents. You obviously, you have some wherewithal with real estate agents. the key piece is you understand the mechanics of wholesaling, because I can already tell, because you've probably already gone through the course and you've followed me and Zach.
Yeah.
So the only thing you need to add it is you. So Stephen, like, what makes you, if I asked, do you have a wife, kids, anything like that?
Yeah. They're still in Haiti, so that's where the pressure is.
Okay. So let me ask you this. How old are your kids?
She's 3.
Okay. Well, she's not going to know. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But like, how long have you been married to your wife?
5.
Okay. So if I asked your wife, I go, what makes your husband unique? Like in 1 or 2 words, like what makes him just, well, how do you know it's your husband other than looking at him? What's she going to say?
Well, first of all, I'm 6'5", so she probably gonna say that guy is super tall.
So, no, you're 6'5"?
Yeah, I'm 6'5". So
Okay.
it's because I'm sitting down. Then after that, because I guess I'm humble, you know, I try to be the more down to earth as possible and see everybody as they are.
Okay. That's what you need to communicate with your sellers.
Okay.
That is it. That is the big secret me and Zach share with everybody. I'm telling you, you have to connect. You have to go from doing a script, which a script is just bullet points you go through, to having a conversation and connecting with people. So I know Miami Gardens very well. I worked there when I was a young man out of college. I spent a lot of times in the neighborhoods. You have entire neighborhoods with a large Haitian population. I assume you're bilingual.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, you have such a huge advantage, and that's probably where you're going with the realtor license piece with it.
Steven.
Yeah.
Yes.
Steven, I've been to Miami plenty of times. You've been to Miami plenty of times.
I've done
You
deals
live
over
in
there.
Miami. How many people in Miami have an accent? That's like everybody, dude. That's like everybody.
Even honestly,
that's the one place in America where like nobody cares.
Yeah,
So
nobody
look,
speaks English here.
if you did not tell
Come
me,
on, man.
I would never know you're from Haiti. Like,
All
I'm
right,
just
man, that's
like,
good.
so I'm not, listen, I'm not around the culture every day, but I'm very well aware of it. You've got to interject your personality, your unique gift from God.
I got you.
So you're humble, dude. You stand out. Like, I think I'm a tall guy at 6'2". Zach's around 6'1", and we stand out a little bit in a crowd. Dude, you're going to stand way out in a crowd.
Yeah, they see me a mile away. Then.
And so they go, well, they're going to say, well, how do I know you're coming? I go, dude, just look for the tallest guy in the crowd. You know, it's stuff like that. So it gets a chuckle. I'm not even a good comedian, and I'm telling you, you just got to have conversations with people. The house stuff. And here's the best part is, what are you going to do if they ask you a question you don't know the answer to? How are you going to respond to them?
I mean, I'm going to try to say, well, I'll get back to you or something. I mean, that's where I wanted to ask you guys.
Use it as a conversation. So listen, Mr. Seller, that's a great question. I don't know the exact answer, but I have people on my team. I'm actually on my way back there right now. Let me go get the accurate information. What's the best time I can reconnect with you? It gives you another door to open the window. You don't tell them a lie, and you don't feel like a lot of wholesalers just lie to themselves. They go, oh, yeah, we can do that. Or, oh, yeah, I do probates all the time. You've never done one, you know? Yeah. So use other people to help you out. Your script, the conversation, because I kept hearing your script. Guys, scripts are great for guidance to get you started, but after a while, turn them into conversations and use your God-given talent, which is being humble, and just have fun with your height. Like, you're going to stand out. People ask me all the time, how do I know when it's, how do I know you're going to be at the door? Just look for the only 6'5" guy coming in.
I mean,
you're going to make them comfortable. Like, so that's it. You're complicating this. I'm telling you, man, you connect with people, you will have amazing results. Don't worry about the initial numbers you do, but I already know you have your why, right? I clearly hear that in you. Okay.
No, I mean, I have to take them out from
so it's,
I mean, not a lot of people get an opportunity being in Haiti to come to the United States. Not a lot of people.
And by the way, I'm just going to tell you, I think you have an advantage because you see a lot of things outside the United States, and you know how the world, like, people don't know how good they have it here.
Man,
they really don't know how good. If you've ever left the United States, it's like, this
is the dreamland.
Shocking, but like, we don't, so you have great opportunity. You're okay getting your teeth kicked in 98, 99 times out of 100. I know you're over that. So the connection part, you have it inside. You already have it there. And then plus you have a unique character being 6'5". Not many people can say they're 6'5". I wish I was 6'5".
I'll give you 2 inch. We'll show it out.
I feel like I'm shrinking in my age, but you have this. Like, I'm just telling you, it's because you're unfamiliar and like it feels odd. You are doing the right things. Just do what we do. And then once you identify a seller, a motivated seller, just have that natural conversation with them and make sure you ask them the qualifying questions and you just build rapport and you get to the end and you ask them and you negotiate it. And you're going to flounder through the first few ones you do.
Just
but
be
you'll do
yourself,
fine.
man. Like, be yourself. That's the best advice I can do.
I think you have a huge advantage. It's going to take you a little bit of time, but once you get in that market, everybody knows what you do. You'd be surprised the damage you can do there.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, guys.
Miami's not the easiest market, but honestly, I think you have the right strategy, though. I really do, because
you got Miramar, Davie. Like, I mean, you don't have to stick in. Like,
it goes all the way up to
North
Fort
Miami,
it goes all the way up to Palm Beach too. So like you can expand, but like you're smart. Do it in your backyard there. But dude, like you're talking to us. I don't even know you, and like you're connecting with me. So I'm just telling you, have the ability.
We did a $75,000 deal in West Palm last year. Like, I'm just like, if you just get one of those, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
and I know you know your numbers. You have access to MLS, so it's like I get what you're doing. So what else will you help you with? I'm just it's there. Just do it. It's inside you. You already have it. Like, you are not struggling with the typical stuff that a lot of our wholesalers doing. Like, you just got to execute.
Bro, you've come so far. I don't think you know, your knowledge of wholesaling is going to be the thing that stops you, man. It ain't going to be the thing.
It's like I feel like I don't know enough. You know, when you're on the phone and then
you'll never know enough.
I don't know enough.
I'll never know enough.
I had a guy call me on a live cold call Tuesday. He's talking about boiler. He needs a new boiler in the house. I'm like, what? I don't know.
I get people asking me questions.
I don't know how much a boiler costs in New Hampshire.
You just got to find people that want to sell their house, and either they're going to be motivated or the property's motivated. If they're both motivated, it's going to be dynamite. And I think you're going to have some market changes coming up here, which hopefully will help.
All right, Nostradamus.
Is it because of the? You think it's because of the rates of the interest rates going up?
Oh yeah, people can afford less and less homes, so the writing's on the wall. But I don't expect a giant shift, but I think you're going to go to a more balanced market. But
you're in wholesaling.
You're in wholesaling. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You're the middleman. It doesn't matter.
That's more of a realtor tip.
Yeah,
so
I get that.
Walmart doesn't lose money during a recession.
They actually make more money.
They make more money. You know why? Prices go down, and you're like, oh my god, prices. They don't care. They still buy it and sell it.
That's our financial show right there.
That's the truth. Right? So obviously, if you're wholesaling like $1 million homes, it's different. Yeah. But dude, you have all the tools you need. You have the script, and if you don't have confidence, just use my stupid simple script. Hey, are you the owner? Are you interested?
And then just convert your script to a conversation.
Motivation,
and understand
time frame, price.
You will never know it all. The first deal I did, I thought I needed a diaper at the closing table. I was so freaked out. I'm just being honest. And I was 33 when I did my first deal.
All right.
So,
all right, guys.
You got it, man.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Again, I'm a big fan, and keep doing what you guys are doing.
Let's go. You got it.
Have a great day, man.
Okay, man. See ya.
I
organize, goes through the course, just needs a little bit of a push there. And his why is like strong, guys. He wants to bring his family over to the United States. If you ever know anything about like Haiti, it's a tough place to live. So,
as somebody that's talked to a lot of Haitian sellers
and extremely fluent in English,
I couldn't tell he was Haitian. But let's break. I'm telling you guys, there's no excuse for success. The only thing, like, how many times can we go and talk to you of how many amazing wholesalers? You can just look them up online that have thick accents. They make millions of dollars. It's about your confidence. Literally, it's not about your knowledge. It's not about your accent. Sorry for all the tall people out there. You can be 5'8".
6'5". That's good stuff.
You can be 5.
I'd be dunking over you at 6'5".
Yeah, but there's women out there that are like 5'1", just destroying it wholesaling. Like, it doesn't matter what your age is, how tall you are, your gender.
They don't care.
It's about your confidence. It's like, how does somebody who's short, somebody who's young, somebody who has no experience, how do they all do deals? Confidence. Like, that is the one thing I can tell you right now. It is your confidence, how confident you are, because you were buying a house cash. Not much confidence you need when you got the partner or cash buyer who has the cash. It's like going to a store. You've been as a kid. I've done this as a kid because I know this as a kid. It's like someone gives you a $5 bill and they're like, go buy a pack of soda for me. Yeah. How confident are you? Your cash buyer, your parent, you already gave the $5. You're pretty confident, you know. I
don't know if $5 is going to buy anything anymore, but
yes, it will. Pack some soda, yeah. But it's like the cash buyer has the money. Why are you scared? Okay, so that's all I could say.
Okay,
but yeah. So Ben, what is up?
Hey, how are you guys doing?
How are you, man?
What's going on, Ben?
Doing good. I was on here last week and I sent a contract to the seller and
Yeah.
they wanted their lawyer to write it up.
Yeah, we
And-
talked about this one. So
Yeah.
I'll
And then-
update Zach real quick. She said, I have to have my attorney to write it up. So long story short, I told him that usually doesn't work out very well because attorneys just always want to be right no matter what. So what's the end result? What happened?
So I believe it was Tuesday. I woke up with an email saying, you know what, for ease of transaction, let's just use your contract.
Boom.
So they signed
So
the
they were
contract.
so for everybody's on this live, they're testing you to see if you are for real and legit. Most people make the mistake of freak out when they say, well, I want my attorney to review it. The worst thing you can do is say, absolutely not. This deal's off the table if your attorney has to review it.
Yeah.
You look like a scam artist when you do that. So
I told him, what's your email? I was like, yeah, what's their email? I'll send it right through.
I'm telling you. Dude,
they're going to look and see if you retreat back under a rock and run away. And I'm just telling you.
That's why I tell everyone to go in the lives.
Yeah.
Like you will literally, you could hear exactly, we'll give you exactly what you need to know, right?
Yeah.
He has us backing
sure.
him up on all these deals. He's
Yeah,
perfect.
he wasn't like, I get it, dude. I've had that happen to me thousands of
And Ben,
times.
when did you start wholesaling?
I started this month.
You see the action he takes? I got people been watching me for years, not done the deal or taking the action.
So
He
it's
just listens to me.
So what's your potential profit in this deal?
So I actually wanted to ask you guys about that. I feel pretty
let's go.
confident with my numbers, but it's my first deal. I'm always having the back of my head, like, you might be completely wrong on this. But I've been calling cash buyers and I have it under contract for 25.
Okay.
And I'm putting it out there at 60. And people they're not really batting an eye. One guy, he called me when I told him 60, he was like, that sounds a little high. And he said, I'm probably more like 40 or 50. But other people are, I think it's good. The deal is good. But the problem is right now is there's a tenant in the property and the tenant's insane. The tenant is a hoarder and he thinks that he has partially owns the property because like 3 years ago they had some contract that never got signed. Now he thinks that his rental payments are like going towards the purchase of the property. I told title, if he's like on title anywhere, let me know. But supposedly, like I talked to the seller, supposedly he's just full of it. He's just trying to stay at the property, I guess. But my main problem now is I have this one guy who he seems ready to move like right now. He said he could make me a cash offer today. But he said he wants to get through the property, and I'm trying to work it out with the tenant who thinks that it's his house, how he's going to like let me into the house. That's my main problem.
Have you been in the house yet?
No, I've been to the house. I've taken pictures and whatever. I haven't been inside yet, though.
What state are you in?
I'm in Iowa.
Oh, Iowa?
Iowa.
Yeah, I'm actually in Kansas, but I got this locked up in Iowa, so I'm staying at my cousin's house.
Okay. So a couple tips here to make insane profits on like our wholesale deals. The houses are empty and there's nobody in it. I'm not going to sit here and like mislead you.
And to make insane profits in wholesaling, there's insane problems.
You're solving a problem. So listen, you have to figure some ways to kind of work around this.
Yeah.
I don't like to lie to people. I just like, you can't tell this guy he's going to be staying in the house. But
No.
I will tell you this. If you take a slight discount on it and you want to move it fast, sell it with the tenant in it and give the guy a price break on it and move. Just let him
5-10K.
So the question is, do you want to attack the problem or do you want your buyer to attack it? That's the only question you have to ask yourself. So if you,
it's a tough
but
one.
him being remote, he almost has.
I know,
I
agree.
would pass it off if I can, but I get it. He
Where
needs
does
to
the
get in
seller
there.
live?
So I'm actually in Iowa right now, and the seller
about the
lives in
seller?
Iowa. I met with her yesterday.
All right. So basically, I mean, how
Okay.
how most leases work, if you give a 24-hour written notice, they have to let you in.
That's what I was saying. I just emailed her lawyer, who was the one that wanted to write up the contract because he's handling all the stuff with the lease. I asked him, I was like, hey, can you write like a written notice or something and give it to guy's name is Rick, the tenant in there, that I need a 24-hour notice to get into the property, and he said he'll do that. But
Okay.
I'm just worried if he's gonna cause problems because, like I told you, I called him up before we gave him his, I guess, like not really eviction notice, but he's only on a month to month, and we said you got to get out there in 30 days. And I called him up before that, and he was under the impression that it's like pretty much his house, even though he knows that he doesn't have a title to it.
Ben, was it a written eviction notice?
Yeah,
Okay, so
he's been
it's written.
served. Yeah.
So honestly, man, like a lot of people like to pretend in their head. You know, there's two types of tenants, right? There's ones that are crazy. They'll put up a guise in front of you, but they're sane and they understand the law and they know, well, it's written out, I have to leave, you know. And there's people that, you know, think the world is run by them and, you know, tinfoil hat, you know, everything's against me. I'm not making fun of anyone, but like those type of people, you could legitimately tell them anything and they won't care. So you got to figure out which one. Most people aren't that insane. That's like 5%. So if they're like really into drugs and stuff, it's probably going to be there. But like most like guys talking big game, he's trying to do some Hail Mary. Most of those people at the end of 30 days, probably going to get out. Like honestly, they're probably going to get out of there. Or you can do this is just meet with the tenant and say, hey, I know you got 30 days. How can I work with you? Can I help you out with anything? How can I help you move out of here so you're not kicked out to the curb? I want to help you out.
I'd rather pay.
Be a human. Like I've never been in a situation where like someone's evicted me and I only have 30 days to move somewhere. But like if I'm in that situation, I would feel terrible, right? I feel stressed. There's a lot going on. Try to help some. Maybe you need a 2-week extension. Maybe not. Like you got to be creative with this because the bigger that you get paid in proportion to the amount of problems you solve. So if you can figure out a way to get that tenant out there and sell it for 60, that's good stuff, man.
So you just got to figure your worst case scenario. I would talk to someone at the title company or the lawyer at the title company to evict them with the paperwork you have now. How long would it take? Okay. And then the other thing is we always try to work with like holdover tenants. The key word is try. 95% of them will eventually agree. So we have one we're working on today, right?
Which one? Wait.
You got to give me that information, by the way.
I already have it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the idea is, hey, listen, by the way, I assume he's probably not paying rent, right?
He actually is paying, but it's like variable. It's a verbal agreement and he just pays kind of what he wants. And he supposedly doesn't even live there. He's just using it to like keep all of his junk at. But
okay, well that's so now once again, without getting, I don't want to drag this on forever, but
yeah,
I would try to find a lawyer that specializes in that state because you like in Florida, we have abandonment. So I don't even know, like, I'm not a lawyer, but like my leases say, if you vacate the property for 7 or 10 consecutive days and we can prove it, we can just change the locks and take it over.
Oh, he probably doesn't. What I'm thinking here is why don't you just close after the 30 days? So the tenant leaves and then you're good. That could happen too. Just say, I'm not closing until the property is vacant, and then the burden's on them.
So Ben, this is just a byproduct of wholesaling.
Yeah.
You just got to solve the problem. There's not going to be one unique answer. Your worst case scenario, I mean, the worst, this is how I always start with wholesaling is if you sold it to a cash buyer for like 35, 40 and you just take over this problem as is. I've done that before. Like I've had some extremely unreasonable people. It's like, I don't want to get in this fight. Let me just take the cash on the table and move on to the next deal. Your best case scenario, if you get them vacant, you could do 60 and it'll work out well. I would still try to sell with the tenant in it. Maybe offer him like $500 or $1,000 if he cooperates.
Gotcha. How should I get in for the inspection real quick?
24-hour notice.
24 hours.
I'll let the seller. Like,
yeah. So
that's all you can do.
If you give the notice, once again, review it with a lawyer.
Actually,
I would use a locksmith and get in there.
No, the seller probably has the keys. And if the
seller does not have the keys, that's the problem.
So if you give,
what's wrong with the seller?
If
yeah,
once again, you got to check with a lawyer. But if you give legal notice and you can prove it, and you enter the property with a locksmith, don't go over there with a screwdriver like old school style.
No, get a locksmith.
Get in there, take a couple quick pictures, which you're going to need for marketing. And have a witness. Don't touch anything. And if you have a buyer with you, they have to stay right in front of you. And I wouldn't let them too far through the house.
But you need a lawyer to okay all of this.
Yeah. Don't do it on your own.
But usually you're going to be fine there. He might be there when you're there. I don't know, but 24-hour notice. Make sure to tell the tenant, hey, we're going to be there at 4 o'clock or whatever. That's it.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have and a bad at
And
the
if you
same
threaten
time.
the tenant, like, hey, if you're not there at 9 a.m., we're going to have to change the locks. And you won't be able to get inside.
Just
He'll
try
probably
to
show up.
try to talk the tenant and work them off the cliff.
Yeah.
But make sure you got like a punching bag, like you're using the carrot, but you got to have the stick ready to go.
He
Go,
thinks
listen.
that tenant thinks he has like a puncher's chance, a boxer's chance at like winning this. What, like a pre-foreclosure on the last day, they're like, fine, then they finally decide. So
You might have some wiggle room with him not living there and just storing stuff, by the way. So I would check with a lawyer. It's a good problem to have. So you overcome the lawyer problem. Now you can overcome tenant. Guys, this is the norm of wholesaling. It's not unique to Ben. I get this crap all the time. We just solve the problem and move forward. That's why they're calling a wholesaler when it comes, or that's why they're responding to your offer. Solve the problem best you can without risking your life or losing your sanity, and you'll be a successful wholesaler.
exactly.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
So update us on that. You kind of understand our options. I think you're definitely going to make
thank
money
you.
on it. You just got to figure out which action to take.
Exactly.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Okay,
Oh.
bud. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
1 month in, and he's already got.
Interesting.
He could have a.
But you know what? I'd rather have that problem than not have a deal at all, right?
Oh, he's taking action.
So that's
it.
fun. Yeah, you just solve it, and he'll learn. So the next time this problem comes up, he'll know exactly how to tackle it. So,
Oh yeah, Jonas,
Hey, hi guys.
what's up?
It's good. How are you?
Good. How can I help you out today?
Yeah. So the land deal in Georgia, I think it's worth 90. A realtor slash wholesaler. First he offered 25, and when I didn't answer, he went right back to 80,000. So yeah. So I think there can be money made, but there's a guy who lives in a camper that I don't have contact information to. The owners don't have his contact information, and so I called the husband and said, be with your wife. I'm gonna send the documents. I'm gonna send the DocuSign over tomorrow. And he was like, yeah. For sure. And then he said he wouldn't do it electronically. He needed pen to paper. So yesterday I mailed the contract to my boots on the ground over there, and I took out the damages part because I want to make sure that everything goes smooth. So I took out the damages part because it's not insured and it's just land. And I also the time limit for the earnest money deposit, I pushed it up to 7 days because it's physical, and I mailed that over to him and just I was like, double check this, and now they have. So I made changes, and I didn't tell them I made changes, and now they called. They wanted the number to the title company. I've seen that they have opened my my initial DocuSign, so I have a email ready to go out and just describe my changes. Should I send it out right now, you think?
Didn't they already say they're not going to sign it electronically though?
Yeah.
So why would you send it electronically? They're not going to sign it.
No, not send the contract, but just send the explanation of the changes I've made.
Why don't you call them and tell them?
Oh, yeah, fair.
Call them. Every single problem, I would say this in America, 50% of all fistfights in the United States could have been solved if someone just sits down and talk rationally.
Actually, just all fights, you get like 70%.
And so you can use that for confrontations over the phone, on the internet, or like communication wise. That's probably 90%.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is most issues, confrontations, beef, quote unquote, if you sit somebody down over the phone and talk to them, you can eliminate it all. That's why whenever I get in trouble with a guru and they challenge me and stuff, I always tell them, just talk to me on the phone, and they never get a call.
Yeah, because what you say, in my opinion, what you say is probably more powerful than what you put in writing, because people tend to hold you much more accountable for what you say when they see the paperwork or the contract come through and it doesn't match what you say, that's where all the problems happen. So when people try to like, oh, I sent you an email with the changes, I always call them, hey, listen, we're going to change this and this, and I'm going to go ahead and send the paperwork over for you. Then they expect it. But, dude, I've done it. I've made this mistake before. My brain thinks faster than how I communicate to people. And that's how misunderstandings happen. And remember, you built up all that trust and rapport. You want to break it down because you made a change and you didn't notify him. And then some person at a title company or a lawyer read it and go, oh, no. What? She goes, no, he said this and this. He goes, yeah, but the contract says that. So you got time to fix it. I would just talk to him on the phone, period.
Yeah. All right,
It's the
good.
best way.
And I also have a guy who wants to sell for 25. The ARV is 110, and the roof, it's asphalt roof and plumbing. I figured about 20K. Am I completely wrong about that?
That's about right,
Yeah.
depending on the size of the roof, but that's not far off.
Oh,
That's-
okay.
How big of a property, roughly? Like square feet under air?
1,700.
Yeah, it's probably closer to 15, 14, but because we have a few we're looking at right now. But the real challenging is trying to getting a roof. Remember, we're not putting the roof on it, but we have to equate it into our numbers. So I think you're dead on. I actually think you're overpricing that, but that's good. You rather overprice it than underprice it.
Oh
Yeah. Yeah.
You're making traction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, you're making moves, man.
Now,
I
once
like it.
again, he is not in the United States, guys. We are in a global wholesaling community.
He should be in bed right now.
And
It's late,
it's
man.
probably like midnight because I
It's
figured out
Friday.
Jonas's time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always
Yeah,
think of like the Jonas
midnight.
Brothers every time he calls.
God.
I do like the Jonas Brothers. I
Okay.
do like a good.
Agreed.
I do like a good boy band.
But did you look up Frederick?
Frederick. Oh, no, no.
Come on, man.
He has the famous kick. Ping!
He
I could do it. if I'm
hundreds
not
of
that
millions
flexible.
of dollars in the United States
He's one
with
of the-
real estate
yeah.
from Sweden, dude. I'm telling you.
He's one of the biggest brokers in the world.
I'm telling you. Like nobody cares
And
where
he comes
you're
from
man.
Sweden, man. He's like,
Yeah. So I'm telling like nobody cares about that. He's one of the top realtors. He runs circles around people who
Yeah.
are literally living in the United States, no accent.
he's what every
destroying them.
realtor should be. Frederick
So-
Eklund. And you
Yeah, look
can't-
him up, man. Like he is inspirational, and he's like he doesn't care. He's got quite the personality. But
interesting. But if you're going to be a realtor, that's
yeah, but it's in real estate. So I'm telling you right now, man, you're doing it. You're taking action. You got this, man. Like those are two good deals. Call him right now, though.
Yeah, I will. And thank
All
you
right,
guys.
save the deal, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
you got it, man.
You got it, man. You're not alone. Keep it
So,
up.
yeah, I got to think of some good Jonas Brothers songs next time we come on. We can play it in the background. That'd be fun,
Yeah. All right.
wouldn't it?
Yes.
Jonas Brothers. I got to talk to
Tony
my
from
daughter.
Sweden, destroying it.
That's
Love it.
amazing, man.
Come on, man. Let's get it. Justin, what is up?
Oh, hey guys, how you doing?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
Doing good. It's end of week 2. We're on to go three now of the accountability stuff.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, I just to update you guys. I don't really have any questions right now. Actually, well, I do have one, but just update from last week. So
Shoot.
Saturday had the 2 appointments with the people.
Okay.
The first one was for a house that's close to mine. And I showed up at the house, 15 minutes early, right on time. Called him up just to make sure. It's like, hey, are you ready for the appointment? But it's like, I actually got called into work, so I need to reschedule the appointment. No worries. I'll meet with you. Are you good for this afternoon when you get off of work? Oh, yeah, I'll be good for that. Okay, perfect. So then I go to the other one, and it was an older person. It was a really big house. It was one of those ones where it's a nice neighborhood, just hasn't been upgraded since 1970s.
Okay.
So there was
Perfect.
a lot of potential there. Had great rapport with the person, everything. And I got to give compliments to everything in the course, right? Some of the oppositions that the guy had, I was boom, just the great rebuttals for a lot of the stuff. At the end of the day, though, it was just kind of one of those things of where the guy was, I guess, just not motivated. He sounded like he was motivated over the phone, and he was like, "Oh, well, I got all this stuff in my house. I don't know what to do with it." I'm like, "Hey, well, you can just leave it here, take what you want. You can go off to the retirement home that you want to go to." The guy's like,
Perfect.
"No, I don't want to do that. I want to get a fraction of what it's worth." I'm like, "No worries. We can do an estate sale. I got some buddies here that can do an estate sale, and you get some money for that." The guy's like, no, I want to do that at all. They'd give me too cheap for it. I'm like, okay, so do you want top dollar for all your items here? He's like, oh, well, I want an amount for it. I'm like, all right, last thing I could think of, we throw all your stuff in a storage unit. We list it online. I'll even take the pictures and do the posting for you. And then if someone wants to buy the item, you can just take them to the storage unit, sell it from there, and get the max dollar from there. End of the day, dude still didn't want to sell the house because he was like, it just sounds like too much work to me for all the work and everything. But the moral of the story was like, I love all the rebuttals that you guys have because it really helped me through that conversation of like, hey man, this. At the end of the day, I just didn't want to sell it, I guess.
Yeah. So a couple tips on this because this is predominantly what we deal with.
Oh, yeah.
So number one, the seller's not motivated, not uncommon, but I will tell you, I think the house is motivated. And the reason you want to identify that, because it's not a dead lead, it just needs time. Okay. You kind of see the writing on the wall with some of the stuff coming on with our economy. It's a bigger house. And with interest rates going up, if he decides to sell in a year or even two, there might not many buyers that want to deal with a property like that because to update a property like that, it's expensive. So it's going to take a cash person to do the updates and everything, someone like you. Number two, when it comes to the estate part of it, I applaud your effort, but I'm telling you, you cannot reach too far on the estate stuff. I taught him when he's young. You want to tell him the story about the boat that one time?
No,
So-
we're not talking about the boat.
Listen, the moral of the story is, so he decided, hey, someone's going to give us like $1,500 cash for the boat. I just got to move it. Well, he went to move it. Long story short, we wound up in the hospital because he slipped and fell and sliced his leg open, trying to save it, trying to make extra
We
bucks.
made like $2,000. I'm not even upset about that one.
So I'm here to tell you is, remember, even though we want to buy the house, you have to. I love what you're doing. You're saying, all right, you're going to make a ton of money in this business, but you have to do some theater acting when you're there. You have to have them try to chase you at some point. If you reach out and try to do the estate stuff, I've done that. It's going to distract you from the real estate and you're going to waste a lot of time and energy and you can actually ruin the sale. You can point them in the right direction. I don't even refer estate companies because most of them rip people off. So I've had so many times you get into the tchotchkes of the house. Don't waste your time. You are not, what do they call it? Not the estate sale. What do they call it? The
Storage
where they sell stuff at a discount store. What do they call
pawn
it?
shop?
Not a pawn shop. It's whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about.
Say that again. Ask me. Wait, what?
Like when people sell stuff at like deep discounts outside of a pawn store.
Wholesale?
Thrift shop.
Thrift shop.
Don't get in the thrift shop business. It's torture. By the way, guys, thrift shops are great lead sources for wholesaling deals. A little secret I'm sharing with you there. But like, don't get in that stuff because I've done it probably a dozen times. It sucks the life out of you and it will drive you out of this business and you won't make a lot of money doing it. So you can offer them help, suggestions, ideas, but remember, you have to have them chase you to get a good deal somewhat. If you constantly keep, I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you. Yes, with the transaction, the closing, absolutely. When it comes to their stuff, just say, listen, leave whatever you want behind. I'll take care of it. If you want to have an estate sale, we'll make sure we open up the house. If you want me to kind of watch it for you, that's as far as you go. You can't go any further because you're going to go down a rabbit hole you can't get out of. Don't be like him where you try to make an extra $1,000 or $2,000 and you wind up in the hospital and I pay $4,000 for the bill. It's just that unless you want to get in the thrift shop. I've watched people get into wholesaling and they wind up, you don't see the medical bills when you're a kid. When you,
oh my gosh,
you don't want to get in the thrift. I've watched people get into wholesaling and they wind up doing like garage sales. Like you got to come, like I came to a point in my 40s. I don't want to even look at a garage sale. Here, you can have everything for $500. I don't want to sit there for 5 hours. So my time's not worth it. So I want you to understand this. When you have them, the house is motivated. Just stay with them, touch base with them probably every 90 days or maybe 6 months. You determine that. And just the estate sale, guys, I'm telling you, it is massive amount of work and you didn't get in the wholesaling to do that. I did that in the beginning and I regretted it and it caused me a lot of problems. So I don't want you to do that. So heed the warning going forward. You still like go above and beyond, but you can't do physical work for them to make it happen. You can hire other people to do it. I just don't want you doing it because I made that mistake.
Gotcha.
So, but you're doing all the right things. Everything else is perfect. So he's not motivated. The house is motivated. So I would keep it on there because eventually that house has to sell. There's a reason he contacted you. or you contacted him, or he communicated with you. So
Yeah. But those were pretty much all the leads that I got with that. After that, the other person said that they sounded interested on the phone. They wanted to get into a new house and everything, and then they called me after they got off work and said, "Hey, I need to talk to my husband because apparently the husband needs to do the input onto it," which makes sense. I didn't know they had a husband until because I just looked at the title and it was just them on it. So that one, I'm going to be following up with them actually today just to see, touch base with everything like that. But, good work in week 2. Learned a lot. Got to go to my first appointment, get a lot of those jitters out, which is good. Also, I met up with one of the people that we had on here last week, Fernando, because he's in the area. And we got to have a little local meetup, which was awesome.
Cool, man. Awesome. So, guys, use people in the conversation if they're in your area. Let them know what market you're in. You guys converse among yourself. Remember, you need to vet everybody because I don't know everybody personally. I know some better than others, but dude, you're on the right path. You're doing it. Like you're going from when you guys are starting from nothing. It takes time. Not everyone's gonna be like Ben and get a deal in the first month. I didn't get a deal my first month, and this was 20 years ago, guys. I'm just telling you, you have to take massive and consistent action, and you have to be disciplined and keep doing it even when you're not making money because it's not a regular job. You guys want out of those jobs. You want unlimited earning potential. You want freedom for your family. This is the path, wholesaling. You are doing everything you do. Just keep on it. I'm telling you, it'll pay off for you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Okay, bud.
Thanks, man.
Good talking to you,
Keep it
man.
up.
See you, Justin.
See you.
Boom. All right. Well, let's
now
address.
I'm thinking about Justin Bieber. We got the boy band thing going on today, man.
Let's address this.
I do like Justin Bieber, by the way.
Let me address this boat thing. All right.
I'm
I
disclosing.
sliced the back of my leg, but I didn't go to the hospital. I was only forced to go to the hospital after you guys said that thing's pretty bad.
Because it was
don't get gory on here, but
it was bad.
You forced me to go. I was like, I don't need to go to the hospital. You're like, yeah, you need to go to the
So
hospital.
let me ask you, like 6 hours after it, there's blood still
Okay,
pouring out of the wound?
We can't really say that word on here.
Okay,
I'm not
well,
gonna get gory on here.
blood.
But, what I can tell you is,
Tell them what you used to get up into the boat. How it happened.
I'm not gonna get into it. But what I can tell you is, we sold it for $2,000. Fun story on that one is the guy bought it with the trailer on. He put it out, and the whole trailer dropped, and the boat was like poop, and it was like on the same street, and I was like, came off the lot. I had $2,000 in my pocket. I'm like,
Zach called me. He goes, what do I do? I go,
drive.
I go, did he give you the money? I go, get the car and go. Like that.
So
That's
I locked it up.
Here,
got it. He was trying to fix it. And I just left. The boat was not there when I came back.
Zach tried. He didn't use a ladder to get up on a boat. You know how they get high
It's like
up on
one
a
of
trailer?
those.
He took a rusty old workbench and you probably did like a running jump to get up on it and just wonder why it sliced the back of his leg open.
But it was fun. I had to get a tetanus shot, so that's why I don't need a tetanus shot for the next
shot, stitches, the whole 9
6
yards.
years. I don't need a tetanus shot. Yeah. So lucky me.
Guys, stay out of the thrift business. Stay out of the garage sale business.
Yeah,
there's no money in it. It's the fastest thing, other than not working, that will drive you out of wholesaling, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. All right. I came from zero. Unmute yourself, bro.
Sorry about that. My bad.
There you are, man.
How are you, man?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you guys doing?
I'm blessed.
Is it? I came from. You got a name for us?
Oh, my bad. I guess I had to use my YouTube.
Okay.
My name is Fry, like French fry.
Okay.
Fry. All right. What's up, man? What market are you in?
In Houston, actually.
Great market,
that's
man.
A good one, man.
Man, so actually, I've kind of had like a roller coaster with this wholesaling experience. I did drive for dollars. I got I think up to 432 leads. Found a couple people that were motivated. Ended up pursuing one. Built some rapport with them, but I didn't know exactly how to work the deal. So I ended up I was in one of those Texas RIAs group. Reached out to them. They call themselves the Big Dogs. Ended up linking with them, and was asking her hey, what's going on with the deal. She was kind of ghosting my seller, and eventually I just ended up in a sense firing her, just go about your business. And then she was trying to backdoor me with the seller at the same time, but fortunately I built enough rapport with the seller that he let me know about that and just continued to do it with me. Fast forward, I posted on the Texas RIAs page my experience that I had. Somebody reached out to me. I thought it was an experienced investor. I ended up linking with him. We're working on this deal with this guy. We ended up getting him on contract. But when I'm looking at the contract, I'm not on the contract at all. They did like the Trek contract.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then
Still be on it.
yeah, so I'm asking him questions, and then like this guy's just getting like super disrespectful, and then anyway, I ended up stopping dealing with him. So right now the seller had messaged me. He's like, hey, you guys are just kind of like putting me in a lot of drama. I'm not sure what's going on. I called him, just explained what's going on. Said, hey, I definitely respect if you guys want to pull out all the way. But at least, saying just take some time, take 24 hours. You guys think about it and like let me know. I think I still have them on the hook. But fast forward to like the property itself. I probably should not say the address on here. But it's
no, don't do it.
Please don't.
Don't.
That anyone who calls himself the big dogs, be careful. That's already an ego player right over there.
Well, full
Yeah,
disclosure, I've spent a lot of time with the RIA. I own one. The problem with RIA is there's good and bad people there. Like anything else you do in life, there's actually people. I came from RIA. I helped a lot of people out in RIA. I actually enjoyed the interaction. Unfortunately, there's a lot of what we call remoras, which are the fish that attach to the shark, and they're just looking for scraps. They will tell you whatever they want to hear. They'll grab whatever deal
If
they
they're
can
reaching
from
out
you.
to you, you got to be careful.
So,
Man,
guys,
just-
if you go to RIAs, take the experience in, but anybody you're going to do a physical deal with, number one, underwrite them and make sure like they're legit. It doesn't really cost you anything to do a background check on anyone, in my opinion. And number two, if you're going to do a deal with them, make sure you have some sort of paperwork that protects your interest. If they go, well, we're going to do it my way, go, listen, I appreciate it, but if you're going to respect me, we've got to put me into the deal. They go, dude, I got you covered. Don't worry about it, dude. That is a red flag right there, and you got to know that up front. So unfortunately, you've learned that lesson the hard way. It sounds like twice.
Man,
That doesn't make all RIAs bad, but just like when you get into a business, I tell people you're going to do business with someone in the chat, make sure you understand, find out who they are if you're going to do business with them. And if you're going to do a deal, make sure you have a clear path to getting paid. If you had to go get a lawyer and go, I'm getting paid one way or the other, don't ever let somebody pay you go.
Now, he or she who has the property under contract has the control on the JV, and that's you. You need to flex that control. So I would just, dude, you're in Houston, man. Just find your own buyer. It's really not that hard, and you can do it, man. You're probably a buyer in the RIA group, man.
And you're a good talker, dude. So you're not,
Yeah,
and getting the buyer is much easier than getting the seller. Much, much easier.
Dude, just
Much
call
easier.
the 4 rents in Houston. You'll find one.
yeah, no. I'm starting to realize that now. Like it's just that I don't want to waste all the hard work that I've put in with the seller.
No,
So,
talk to the seller. Give him your word. It will be closed in 30 days.
Okay.
So because you don't want them out of it, just say, you know what? I'm looking at everything. You have my word. We're going to get this sold in 30 days. And what you're going to do is get your butt on that phone and go cold call all the 4 rents. You're literally going to go to all the RIA groups, find legit cash buyers. Do you see my video yesterday on vetting cash buyers, the rules?
Oh, no, I missed that one.
Watch that. I have a cash buyer vetting video. Ask them those questions. Go to freewholesaling.com, break it down. And then that's how you're going to find that cash buyer.
And don't deviate from
I'll
it.
say right now, just so he gets it.
It works, dude. It works 100%.
This is our cash buyer vetting. First of all, get a proof of funds with their name. Make sure it's cash. Are they okay with you making an assignment fee on it? And lastly, they give you a $3,000 to $5,000 non-refundable earnest money deposit on the deal. That's what you do.
And they got to use
Gotta
your
get to
title
work.
company. They
So-
got to use your title company.
Call the seller. I don't want them to control the deal. You still control you. Hey, you know what? I'm still under contract. I'm ready to go. I'm giving my verbal commitment for 30 days. Are you ready to go in 30 days?
Okay.
And then
Just
get to work.
quick question regarding the property itself. So it's a condo. It has a tenant in it. The tenant's been there for about over a year, but he pays faithfully. That's what the seller said. So I think I'm not sure if I was doing it right, but like looking at the ARV, going through Zillow on PropStream, I think it said like it was like there's condos over there selling for like 89, but I got it under contract for like 48.
Yeah, you're gonna do fine.
Okay, so like the tenant's not an issue or anything like that.
Well, let me ask you: is the tenant paying like close to market rates?
I'm not sure exactly. I'm still learning.
Okay, so you need to find that out. You need to find what type of lease they have. I assume maybe they're like month to month.
You're in Texas. Get them out. I mean, you got to get the most for the deal with them out
Yeah.
because whoever buys it is probably going to kick them out. So,
Yeah, get all the information and disclose it to your buyers. And either you sell the property with a tenant or without a tenant. You typically get more without the tenant.
Yeah.
But the fact that you kind of got 2 strikes against you, you're going to have to pay attention because you can't afford to burn the seller one more time or have like another big delay. So the thing is, you have a deal. That's the good thing. You've made a couple mistakes. You've recovered. You can't afford another one. So I would ask every freaking question you possibly can. So when you're working with your cash buyers to see if they're okay, I don't know, for time's sake, I would try to sell it with the tenant because you can't afford to ask for another extension.
I agree.
You might have to take a little bit of a discount, but you don't lose the deal. If you
still make 20, 30.
I know, but if you didn't have the problems up front with the RIA, which by the way has happened to me. I've had this personally happen to me in the RIA before under very trusted people. Guys, when you go to RIAs, just understanding, go to get information, be very careful who you do business with, because I'm going to tell you, I know of RIA leaders in the state of Florida that have ginormous judgments against them on hard money loans. If that's crazy enough, they didn't repay back somebody on a hard, and they caused serious hardship to them. These people are running the events. So they're not all bad. There's some really great RIAs out there. I just do not make any more delays with the seller. And if you have to sell it with the tenant for a slight discount, move on from your mistakes and go from there. If they'll give you a little bit more time and work with you, then go try to hit a home run on it.
Appreciate that. Thank you, guys.
You got it, man. It's no
man.
biggie.
Keep it up to keep me updated, man. Let me know.
I know for sure.
All right. So call the seller. Make sure you're committed of 30 days so they know you're confident and get it, man.
All right, for sure. Thank you.
All right. Got it, man. Boom.
I think like coming to Flip with Rick and wholesaling for houses real is like the only safe place left in wholesaling anymore, because listen, I love RIAs. I love the connection, the community, but like the reality is they prey on a lot of newbies. Like
I don't like RIAs.
Tons of course sales. And there's a lot of guys sitting in the background just waiting for someone to go bring them a deal and go, I'll help you out. You'll make a ton of money. And then there's an excuse for the next 3 months why you don't get paid. And then you guys go online, you find these people that are going to solve all your problems. And oh my God, I got to give them $5,000 or $10,000.
We got to get that JV. We need to send it. You gave me the template. I got to work on it just to look at it one more time. But we're going to get that done. So definitely before that challenge. Also like to announce this. We announced that 9-day challenge, and then every guru and their mom decided to make a challenge. After I announced the challenge, said, hey, this is a 90-day challenge. I said, I'm going to do it. No, actually, no, I announced this, right? I said, guys, we're doing a huge challenge in June. What's going to happen is right when I announce this, in about a week, somebody's going to announce their own little cute challenge because they're a guru. They can't get any original content and they don't know what they're doing. So they do their own challenge. Everyone, their mom's doing their own challenge right now. And because I announced it, every guru watches us.
Listen,
and they do it. It's crazy.
It's a form of flattery. It's like
everything we do gets copied.
What was the one where they do like 30 days to abs, then another guy does it 21 days to ab, and then it got down to like 7 days to abs. I don't know, Suzanne Summers or something like that. You guys know what I'm talking. I'm too old for this stuff, but I'm just like, this isn't a competition, guys. Like, honestly, the 90 days, you'd kind of need 90 days. If we thought you could do it in 75, I'd tell you 75, 74, 60, 30, 10, 7. It's like, I'll buy your house in 1 hour. Like, it's like kind of like name your tune. I'll name that tune in one note. One note. It's Justin Bieber.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. I'm telling you, everyone's copying everything we do. Just FYI to everyone, I made the announcement and I said everyone is going to announce the challenge right after I announce it because they're gurus.
Hey, why don't you guys just do this? Why don't you match what we do and just give everything away for free? And we'd all,
I'm not going to
everybody would benefit, right?
I'm not going to talk about it too much, but I'm just letting you know, guys, this is not stopping us doing our huge challenge in June, because guess what? Their challenge, we're giving away, because they did the poll, we're giving away free PropStream. We're giving away a bunch of free stuff out to people who actually complete the challenge. So it's still going to be in June. We're doing June because we're going to be outside the state for just traveling everywhere all of June. So that's why that challenge is going to be really cool.
Maybe
obviously
a travel tour, huh?
No, there's going to be videos every day, though. It's going to be exciting. So, guys, challenge is still going in June. I did the 90-day challenge just to hit everyone a little thing on there. Obviously, every guru and their moms.
Yeah, and 90-day had science behind it to give you time to work leads and do everything.
But
it wasn't.
Challenges are going to be less than 90 days.
I know.
So I'm not going to say anything bad. I'm just telling you right now. Huge thing in June. It's going to be announced in May. Probably May next. Oh shoot. I think next Thursday we can announce the challenge. So next week we're going to announce the challenge a month in advance so everyone can sign up for it. It's going to be fun, guys. So keep it out for there. Everyone's trying to copy us. I don't care. Hey,
I'm used to it, by the way.
Matisse,
Yo, guys, hey.
did you sell
What's
that
up?
deal?
What's going
No,
on,
I
man?
didn't. I
No.
didn't. What's up? No, it didn't go through.
Oh man.
All
What
good,
happened?
all good. Just signed the. I just signed the assignment of contract like 10 minutes ago.
Nice. Oh, okay.
Yep.
One deal
Yeah.
falls apart, another comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
closing, door open.
Rick and Zach, I have one question. So I receive. I'm in El Paso. My market is El Paso. I receive a new list, and I get the list of every single homeowner in El Paso.
It's a big list.
Yeah, it's a big list. What
tax
do you
roll?
guys think? Excuse me?
Is it a tax roll list?
If it's what?
Tax roll?
Tax
Is it-
roll?
It's basically a government list of everyone that is on the tax roll.
It comes from the
Exactly.
county. Yeah.
Yeah, every single homeowner. What do you think
Okay.
about this list? What do you I mean, is this great for cold calling? What's your thoughts?
Yeah. Where did you pull it from?
I get it from the guy who showed me the wholesaling game. He has the what is the word? Sorry, he owns skip
Don't say
tracing
any
company.
Okay. Okay. Put in the private chat who it is, just so I can see if
Yeah.
you're fine or not. Does it have equity in it?
What
Or is
do
it
you-
just a list?
It's just a list with the phone numbers.
Okay. I would how big it's got to be in the hundreds of
50.
thousands, right?
No, 50,000.
Did you pay for
There's
this
more
list?
than 50,000 homeowners in El Paso.
I mean I get a list of the it's 50,000 people up there.
Okay. Is there a criteria on this?
I have no idea because it was my gift. I just get
Okay.
it for the gift.
So,
This is fine. I mean,
here's the problem with this. Your list is everything. If your list is wrong, even if you get it for free, what's your time worth? So
exactly. This is why I'm asking. Yeah.
and I listen. I don't trust any type of third party. I've tried a lot of free gifts. The problem is you're talking about hundreds of hours of time you have to invest into it on people that you have no idea if there's any type of
50,000 is
motivation.
actually right. Okay. Because I was wrong on that one. I thought El Paso was bigger. It's smaller than Port St. Lucie.
Unless, so is it just the homeowner's address, name, and phone number you have?
Yeah.
Okay. So like if I had some other filters, like maybe the dates they bought the house, you could kind of figure it out. What you try to do is calling 50,000 people is a lot of work.
It's so expensive. I'd probably just pull your own list.
I'm not big on free lists. Like it just, your list is everything. If you don't have a good list, everything goes downhill. And how long would it take you to get through that list to accomplish that?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, this is a lot.
So you're going to lose them. That list could cost you $100,000
do.
because if
Yeah.
there's not a deal on it, you're just going to tie up all your time. I wouldn't take a cut. That's just a huge risk. So unless you had like a bunch of credits on like an SMS where you could just jam them in there and you're losing nothing, then no harm, no foul.
Actually, I have a question. So their phone, actually,
He's got the phone number.
here's the phone number. So I'm going to tell you this. This is kind of a little more advanced, but I don't think it's too bad. I want you to pull a high equity list of El Paso, and it'll probably cost you what, $50 or something like that if you're using PropStream or whatever. Do you have PropStream or Batch or like any list pulling service?
Equity. High equity. Yes.
So
Sorry,
do you
guys,
have
I just lost
PropStream,
it.
Batch or like a list pulling service?
Yeah, I do. I have
Okay.
Batch.
So I'm gonna tell you is go to Batch and just pull all the high equity leads. What, 55 or 60? I'd say 60, right?
If you want to narrow it down, 60.
Let's
but
do 60 and just only high equity in El Paso, okay? And then what I want you to do is cross-reference that and find all the matching from those two lists,
yeah.
and then and then match them, and then go do that list because the phone numbers are already skip traced.
That's the expensive part.
It's already done.
So
So you might get like
Yeah.
10 to 15,000. Go after that list.
And if you don't know how
Boom.
to do it, go to Fiverr, find an Excel expert. It costs you 10 or 20 bucks, and they'll.
Or you just use Excel. But I
I
I
don't
do it
that
so
stuff.
much. So
But for $10, you could pay someone
or you
to
can just
do.
learn on YouTube for 5 minutes. It'll take 5 minutes.
I'm
to
just
learn
giving
it.
the man options.
I know.
Okay.
So make an Excel list or Google Sheets. Get a list of the high equity and then match that with that other list. You're good,
Yeah,
right?
he's right. The gold is somebody skip trace those phone numbers.
Oh,
As long as they're
They're worth
good,
a fortune.
it's worth a fortune. It's worth. So if you do the exact strategy, it does work. Most of the time they give you a list without the phone number. If it was that, I'd tell you to scrap it. But since you have phone numbers, why
No, I
not?
have
That's the
everything,
only
guys.
reason. That's the
Why
only
not?
reason.
And if you don't want to be an Excel expert, you don't know how to do like pivot tables or matching, go on Fiverr for $10. You'll have it done in 24 hours. I just don't want to
Okay.
use the brain power for stuff I'm not the best at. So
I do have one more question, guys. So what is the best list that you use? I mean, what would you guys suggest me on El Paso to use? Is like this anything else beside I have right now?
So what do you got? You got cold calling?
Yeah, I do cold calling. Yeah.
Probably gonna be like that's probably gonna be like you can't draft for dollars, obviously.
Yeah.
I would probably just do cold calling for now. I mean, cold calling high equity is never fun, but they get deals. And
You just
since
gotta work
you're
through
in
'em.
Europe, it's probably gonna be your best bet.
This is like an international show today, isn't it?
I know.
That's pretty cool.
It's Serbia, right?
Slovenia, but right
Slovenia.
now,
Slovenia.
yeah, right now I'm in Bali, Indonesia.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dude, I gotta get out
I
more.
like Slovenia. Isn't,
I gotta get out more, man.
isn't Goran Dragic from us?
I've been,
Slovenia?
I've been
It is,
locked
it is.
down.
Remember
It
Goran
is.
from the Heat?
Yeah.
Oh, him and
Amazing.
Luka. Oh my gosh.
You got good
Luka, yeah.
Why
athletes
are
over
still
there.
basketball there? Right?
Yeah, exactly, guys.
We've been squandered the last 2 years. I think the
But,
entire world's been on like
But yeah, Slovenia's on the map, man. That's,
That's cool,
awesome,
man.
dude. Oh,
Thank you,
oh,
guys.
Gosh, man.
Okay, so
cold call,
hi, yeah, I do only cold calling. I love it. High equity. That's it.
60% high equity in El Paso, and then
Okay.
match that list with the list you already have, and then go after that one.
All right,
Does that make sense?
it makes sense. I'm gonna do
Perfect.
this.
you got it.
Thank you.
I tell you, one more international person, and you're gonna really excite me today because
Oh, geez.
for you people in the United States are gonna give me excuses why you can't get a deal, and these guys are around the globe speaking second language to English. I just want you to understand the gift if you're in the United States, because there's people outside who go, listen, if you guys don't want it, I'll take the opportunity. And they're getting it, dude. They're doing deals. So like, I want you guys to understand it's there if you want it. You've got to want it. All the instruction that we've given to you for free. I've taken every excuse away, but you got people beating you from 3,000 miles away.
Get
Go
it, guys.
get it.
You got it.
Somebody's put on there going, listen, I need to get on. Guys, you just got to click the link.
I know, but thanks, man. I appreciate it. Go after it.
You got it.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Boom.
International. It's getting crazy.
There's
man.
I
I only speak one stupid language.
yeah.
It's
All right.
terrible.
Last one we got here. We got Manny.
Yo,
What is up?
what's up? I'm 17. I actually haven't. I just started researching about wholesaling, and I was wondering if like, so I would drive around and look for like. I've only been researching for like a couple of days, so bear in mind. But so I think I'm in a pretty bad market, to be honest. I'm in Clarksburg, Maryland. That's like 50 minutes away from Baltimore. I heard Baltimore is good, but I'm extremely far. And
Clarksburg?
yeah.
All right, let me look it up while you're talking.
Yeah, so I just want to know what would you guys advice be for someone that's starting
Try
off?
for dollars.
Yep.
Most likely. Let me look here.
Let's see if we got a
Baltimore
car.
works, man. What were you saying?
Do you have a car?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, come on. 25,000 population. Oh, come on, man. You got Germantown right there.
Wait, so those are good?
Yeah, I mean Bethesda's not my favorite, but what county is this? This is in Prince George's, right?
No, it's Montgomery County.
Yeah, you're fine.
So my local area is good.
Yeah, you're fine, dude.
You know why it's good?
No.
Because you live there. You know it. Like I tell you guys over and over, start in your local market, other than maybe if you're in Manhattan or downtown LA. That's going to be a bit of a stretch to start out as a brand new wholesaler. But other than that, you got to get the right Montgomery there.
I know. I got in Maryland.
So let me ask you, what drew you into wholesaling?
What?
What attracted you to wholesaling?
I mean, I don't want to go to college.
Okay.
So I was just researching about stuff. I've done like digital marketing. I've tried stuff with just looking around.
Okay. How old are you?
17.
Okay. So this kid started at 17. By the way, he wasn't very good at when he first started. I wasn't good when I started. And I'm here to tell you, you're so young. You have no idea how much you have ahead of you. So full disclosure, I didn't know what I want to do at 17. Like I actually, I knew everything I didn't want to do, but you got to kind of go through your discovery process. You find it interesting in wholesaling. You've got to have a reason other than I just don't want to go to college. I'm okay with that.
No, that's not. No, my reason. I want to retire my mom. That's my reason.
That's a great reason.
Okay, well,
get it going, man. Dude, Clarksburg's fine. A little more expensive. Germantown's 376 average ARV, pretty similar to our market. So I'm telling you right now, anything under 350 ARV in the next hour driving distance from you, drive for dollars.
Hour driving distance.
Anything is an hour radius from you. Start from the inside and go from the outside, and drive for dollars on every house in the zip codes that are under 374 ARV. And start driving. Talk to people who have ugly houses. Get deals.
And go through the free wholesaling course. Yeah. Just go through it. That's your college, buddy. And it ain't going to be a 4-year program. It's going to be a 30 or 90-day program, and then you're going to learn it for the rest of your life.
This week, it doesn't take any knowledge to drive around your neighborhood or properties that are like under 350 ARV and just find ugly houses and write down the address. It doesn't take any knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You have like a 17-year head start on me.
Go through freewholesaling.com. Start driving for dollars. You got this, man.
All right. Thanks a lot.
That's it.
That's awesome.
That's it.
I'd be excited if I was him.
Oh, yeah. You got this, man. Keep it up.
Thank you.
All right. I'm telling. Oh, Nick, what's up?
Hey, Zach, what's going on, man? Can you hear me all right?
Okay.
Yeah, what's going on? Don't wreck that car, man.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Eyes on the road.
Eyes on the road. If you look at us, we're going to cut you off.
Got it. Yeah, so I was on here yesterday. Zach, thank you so much for everything. Today I wanted to come on here because I'm licensed in New York City. And I want to do wholesaling here, but I've gone to like 4 different attorneys and they're telling me that it's kind of like impossible. But I've heard some expert investors, pulling off like 50K plus wholesale deals. So I just, what are your thoughts? Should I
doing it or the legality?
Wholesale or like legally wholesaling in New York
State.
Yeah, well, not in. I'm in the boroughs. I'm in the Bronx, New York.
Yes.
So I go and drive for dollars out in Westchester, New York, and in the Bronx. But again, like I've backed off and went virtual simply because I've gone to like 4 different attorneys and they're telling me like, the only way to do it is if the seller's attorney drafts the contract. So it's like a whole different beast out here.
Why don't you?
Wanted to know. I want to know, like, should I?
Why don't you double close, bro? Yeah.
With a transactional lender.
You could, or you can just have the buyer do. New York's it's a tricky animal. I'm telling you right now. I've talked to enough people I know you're going to roll your eyes. In Rochester and upstate New York, I know all the New York City guys roll your eyes when you hear the uptown guys, upstate dudes. But like, there's guys in upstate New York, Rochester. I mean, houses are like 120 there, man. Like, no one wants to live there. I get it. But they're making a ton of money. A lot of them are wholetailing it, but I was pretty sure double closing can be fine. Nick, what you really need to do, bro, is you need to go to a lot of the real estate groups and talk to people that are doing well in New York City or New York State in wholesaling. There's plenty of those people, and they can explain how they get around everything.
Yeah, you do not, as a wholesaler, this is in general, guys. We go to wholesalers for we go to lawyers for legal advice. That's it. Don't ever ask a lawyer, can I wholesale? Do you advise wholesaling? They're always, dude, in Florida, if I go to ask a lawyer, I go, can I wholesale here? 50% of them will tell me it's illegal or it's unethical. You can't do it. So I don't follow their advice because I don't want to be in their shoes. Okay.
Got it.
50% of lawyers are wrong every day. What you need to go is go out and get the facts from people actually doing deals and finding out the exact. So wholesaling is, every state is going to have some fine details and you've got to understand them. I think title companies are probably going to be one of your best ticket items to understand.
State.
It's an attorney state. That's right. So I would find successful.
You need an attorney to write up the contract for you.
You're still, listen, you can always move, but
he's doing some.
I've been thinking about it, but my kids are here, and it's like I'm trying to get my family back together. That's why I'm going so
That's
hard.
what it's all about, bro.
I know, but listen, I always tell everybody, you should always be proactive doing real estate in your backyard, even if it's like a hot market like Manhattan. I know. So
Westchester works. I'm telling you,
he knows when properties come up. Like,
you can do it, man. What you're gonna have to do is talk to people on Facebook. They will get around it.
Okay.
You can. I know for a fact you can wholesale in New York State. I don't know about the city specifically, but I'm telling you, I know you can do it in New York. It's something with the attorneys that's weird. You can double close, but I usually have my contacts help me out up there. But I know some people who do it really well. Nick, if you do me a favor, if you DM me, I'm going to try to get to it. I can give you some contacts of people I know in New York that wholesale.
Okay.
And they can help you out. I know one guy.
You, man.
I know one guy in Hudson Valley or something in like the Middle Valley type thing. He wholesales there all the time. Orchid, whatever. I don't know exactly the name of it. You probably know better than me. He wholesales all the time. I virtually. So,
and you can always do virtual, but you should still try to figure out how you can do business in your hometown area.
Actually, I'm going to be busy tonight. Just DM me.
Okay.
Something urgent,
all
or
right.
email me. I'll send it to you. I know a dude that does it. Contact him. He'll help you out. He's not a guru. So
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You got it, man.
This is why you hop on here.
Yeah, there's multiple ways to skin a cat, but no.
Hey, look at the road, bro. Look at the road. Stay safe. You got kids.
Look at the road.
I'm focused, man. Thanks.
All right,
okay,
you got it,
man.
man.
You got it.
Stay safe, man. Keep it up.
Thank you.
We need some female wholesalers on here.
Oh,
man.
we got plenty.
I know.
We got.
Well, I want
plenty,
to talk to them live.
All right, Kevin, what is up?
Hey, Rick. Hey, Zach. How's it going?
What's
up,
up,
Kevin?
How's California?
Man, it's going there. But yeah, I was driving for dollars today. I got like about, let me check. I think I got like 130 properties, something like that. And I'm just gonna call them. But yeah, I was curious. I wanted to talk to you guys because I spoke to an owner in Dayton, Ohio. He has a duplex. He's looking to sell it. He said like he was getting rent for $750 for each unit, but I think it can go for $1,000 or a little bit more than $1,000 for each unit. He wants 185, but I couldn't find comps for like around 185. The closest I could find was 140. So, you guys have any advice?
It's duplex.
Yeah.
Does the place need any work?
He said he did put some work into it, but it's not like ARV, like fully renovated.
Okay. So there's one or two ways to evaluate the property. Comps is usually going to be your best way to do it, depending on how many comps you have in the area. Duplexes do have comps, but remember, most people. I'm going to do a little Q&A with you here, Kevin. Why do people buy duplexes for the most part?
For like, I guess, passive income.
Cash flow, right?
Yeah.
So how do they evaluate that cash flow?
I mean, sometimes what I heard is like people usually go by like the 1% rule.
Okay. So based on the 1% rule, do you think it's a good deal or not?
Yeah.
Okay. So the 1% rule is just, it's not always right and it's not always wrong. Okay.
Mhm.
You have to evaluate the total cash flow for the property. Do you know how to do that?
No.
Okay. So it's real simple. So you got a pen? If not,
I
you can
think-
replay this thing. You don't have to
Yeah,
worry
it's
about it.
Replayed.
Just
He's watching
replay
on
it.
you. He's watching on you.
I'm a pen guy. So
I know you're a pen guy.
So as of right now, I think it's $750 a unit. Okay. Here's a
Mhm.
little tip for you guys. When landlords want to sell the property, they'll always tell you what the potential for it is. The reality is, unless that you can show that the tenant it's fully occupied.
One is vacant and one is occupied.
Okay.
One unit.
So why would the one unit, how long's the one unit been vacant for?
He said it was vacant for like about a month.
Okay. Do you think that might be a potential red flag for you a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know housing? It's really hard across the entire United States, right? Like people are begging to get into units. Okay. The only reason he's not renting it is probably because the property needs some sort of work. That's
Yeah.
it. Landlords do not want their units vacant, right? They
Yeah,
just
that's right.
don't want it. So that one probably needs work. And the other one, $750, you want to find out how long the tenant's been there. You know why?
Because I'm
If it-
guessing like it's gonna need more work.
No. If the tenant's been there like 5 or say 10 years and they're paying like $750, it's normal for a landlord to keep that rental rate consistent. Why? Because the tenant always pays on time, they don't wreck the place, and they like having them there. Whenever you have turnover tenants, it's a pain in the butt and it's expensive. You get repairs, you get vacancies, we don't get rent. So I have tenants been in properties 3 to 5 years. When you raise the rent, you usually raise it when somebody moves out. So if the tenant's been there a long time, I will accept that. Yay, they're paying $750, but I could get $1,000. Okay. What most people do is they move somebody there within the last 6 months and they go, I put them in $750 because it's like an average unit and I haven't updated it, but you can get $1,000. What he's telling you is if you put 20 or 30,000 into it, you could probably get an extra $300 or $400 a month. So I'm giving you clues on how I've worked with so many duplexes. It's the same story every time. Never buy a property on its potential. Buy it on what its cash flow is tonight. So right now you got a property that's generating $750 a month. You figure tax insurance probably, $500-$600 a month. Now he's got one vacant. You got to find out why that unit's vacant. It's not because of lack of demand, right?
Yeah.
It's not. So find out what the problem with that property is and price it in there. So now if I have I think the thing needs some sort of rehab. He's just not telling you the truth. Because sellers do lie to you. They do it a lot. So if you're getting $1,000 on one side and $1,000 on another, and I think you're gonna have to put in some rehab dollars into it to get it there. So you're gonna have to find out what that number is. He's not gonna tell you. So you're gonna have somebody look at it or have him tell you the truth. So potentially $2,000, and then you got to figure out what you can look up the tax base on your own. It's not that hard to look up online, and then figure like insurance and leave a little bit buffer for repairs. So that $2,000, I'm figuring $200 to $300 a month. $2,000 that puts you at $1,800. So his 185 number is a dream number if a realtor were to work that deal, and he probably did the repairs to it. Guys, it's normal for them to work you like this. You have to work them back, and you have to get into it and find out like what they're hiding from you. You're definitely missing stuff here. When I hear what the rents can be, here's what you say to them. Well, why don't you just raise the rents to that and just see what he says? If he says, hey, the tenant's been in there forever, I don't want to change it. How long have they been there? 5 years? Okay, I get it. What's going on with the other side? So you need to keep probing and just ask questions. How do you do this? You learn it over time with experience on it. The deal's definitely tight. The 1% rule is okay. If that generates 2,000 a month and maybe the expenses are 200 a month, that's 1,800 a month. You could sell it all day for 180,000 on your 1% rule. Most people will buy based on what they think they're going to get a return on their investment. The comps help. Some people will tell you if it's 4 units or more, then it's based on what they call a cap rate, which is how I'm explaining to do the return. But honestly, if I'm going to buy a duplex, I'm going to calculate, what do I get? Am I getting a 10% return? Am I getting a 5% return? And that's how you sell that property. You just got to dig in and find out what the facts of the property are.
Yeah,
Oh.
I talked to him. I was like, could you send me pictures of the property? Because it's in Dayton, Ohio, and I'm clearly in California.
Yeah.
He said he was going to send it to me yesterday. He never got a chance.
Yeah.
So I
You
was gonna give
probably,
him
you probably never see him too. He doesn't want to go through it. Like, he doesn't want to do that. Like, think about it. Like, you're asking him to do the work now, which is commendable, but not all sellers are going to do that. That's where sometimes you got to get creative as a virtual investor and find some boots on the ground. Someone will go take pictures for like $50. But honestly, before you even get to the pictures, just walk them through and see if it's going to pass the snuff test.
That's it.
Okay. Don't put boots on the ground unless the numbers start to like make sense.
Boom.
I think you got rehab and he's just not telling you what the number is. Makes no sense to have a vacant unit in this type of market.
Boom.
All right, yeah, I'll give him a call again and see if I can lower the price.
Okay, go call him right now.
Keep it up.
Okay.
All right,
Boom.
later. Thank you.
See you, man.
Thanks. All right, let's answer some questions on the comments.
Let's do it.
We're
They've been
getting
very
it, so
patient.
everyone's patient. So guys, unfortunately, we've been flexing on gurus so hard that we've been teaching, and unfortunately, everyone has been following our information, starting to do a lot of deals, and word spreads, and we're getting more followers, which means this isn't like 2020 Zach and 2020 Rick, where I'd go into live and there's 4 people on and I could talk to you all stinking day. So we're trying to get through everyone. This is why I answer questions every which way. This is why we have the Wholesaling Houses for Real Facebook group. You can ask questions on there. You can talk to us one-on-one on the live streams, on the live chats. But you guys remember we had like 4 or 5 people in the live streams when we did certain out. It was painful, but
it was still fun though.
But I would talk to everyone.
Energy.
Same energy.
They got some like
those were fun. Those are fun.
It's a lot of fun.
I was like, somebody commented. Oh my gosh, somebody made a comment. Oh my gosh, let's talk. So let's break down some questions really quick. So one I always want to say is, Olivia says, Rick makes me laugh. You guys are funny. Olivia got her first
she
deal.
Appreciates my humor.
She got her first deal. She posted on the
She's
group.
always on here.
That's
she
always.
knows, like,
taking action.
Yeah, she's getting great value.
Oh yeah. Can't wait for the challenge. I'm excited for that one. That's going to be fun. Probably not till next week. So it'll be fun. Aaron says, how do you join the live chat? Bro, Aaron, you've been on like 4 or 5 times. It's at the Wholesaling Houses for Real Facebook group. It's pinned on the top there, man. You got this. So we got some actually good questions. So let's break down one.
He's got a good question there.
James got a great question. We'll talk about this one. So how do I approach a property owner who is emotionally attached to a house that has it empty for the past 6 years? He pays taxes and keeps the lights on.
Dude, I've dealt with this exact situation. So for most of you, when the seller lives in the house, if they've been there for a year or more, I'd say closer to 2 years, there's always an emotional attachment. If you think there's not an emotional attachment, you are lying to yourself. Think about the house you're in. Like, think about the house you grew up as a child in. Like, people just, all their experience, all they are is connecting feelings to the property, even though it technically has nothing to do with it. It's just a memory burnt in. I can tell you right now, everybody can admit this on the stream. Your house you grew up in, other than you, because I moved you around so much.
No, that house
I know, but we all have a mental layout. I can tell you the house where I was raised for 18 years.
I can too.
Okay, so showing my age. For 18 years, I have a mental like roadmap of like how the house works. If you took me there today, I know it'd probably look completely different. I could walk you through every event that happened to me as a child. Now, parents, we get the same thing. This is where he took his first steps. This is where he first talked back to me. This is where I smacked them. You know how it goes. We all have emotional bonds to the house. Some people, it's extreme, and I deal with it. The best way to deal with it, it's time. And it's just being a kind individual and just letting them work through this process and understanding it could take them a year. The only thing you're missing on that house is timing. Couple suggestions. They've already moved out of the house, which is a huge commit. Am I reading that right? Test the house. He has it
It's
empty.
been empty for 6 years. Here's
Okay.
the thing.
We get this a lot on probates, guys. We get this all the time on probates. So you got to take baby steps. You have to build a level of trust, and you just have to help people out. True story. I helped the gentleman out in Port St. Lucie with a house on his wife passed away. He was emotionally distraught. It took him 5 years to build up the courage to respond to me on a marketing thing. And it took me 6 months to convince him to sell it to me. How did I do it? I'd go by, I have a cup of coffee with him. We talked. He was looking into living in just basically an apartment where he didn't have to deal with anything more. The house was really in bad shape. So I waited it out. I actually waited out so long. I swear to you on this story, 3 days before closing. So I checked him on every Monday. We were going to close on Wednesday. I went by the house Monday afternoon. He wasn't responding. He usually does email. He had a little window unit in his back bedroom window because he was frugal and he didn't want to turn on the air. That thing was running. So I noticed I came back the next day. It was still running. I told the title company, I think there's something wrong. Bottom line is I had to call 911 because I knew something was wrong. Now, I missed it, but the gentleman passed away with the phone in his hand at the front door. Okay. I cried like a little baby because I got to know the seller so well, like he was a friend. And that's how you have to treat these people. And long story short is I helped the family out with everything. Actually attended the funeral and actually wound up buying the house. It was then I got emotional with it. You have to connect with them on an emotional level. Little tips you can do like that. Offer to take over lawn maintenance on the property. Build some more trust with them. Maybe you take over the utilities, help them out, show them you're committed to buying the house. And as they slowly get a little bit of separation and they think you're going to take care of the house, a lot of times, you ready for this, guys? They want to know what you're going to do with the house. And you have to affirm them, you're going to put that house in kind, loving hands, just like you take care of it. And I want to help you out with it. That's it. I mean, you cannot force them, right, Zach? You cannot force people to sell you a house. You can only build your trust up and connect with them on a personal
Now,
level.
I'll tell you that there is wholesaling people, influencer coach. They'll tell you like
run them over.
They say run them over for some guys. That's just not how we are. That's not how I was raised. That's not just how my ethics and morals are. You are not. I will tell everyone right now. You cannot force someone to sell a house if they don't want to sell it. I only do deals on I'm trying to elevate this industry. I don't need to be licensed in this industry. I can just tell you from the ethical part, it's against the law to steal. It's to go rob robbing a bank's illegal, right? You know that? Do you think I need a banking license for me to not rob a bank? It's already against the law. I don't need to be licensed to do something ethical. Cheating, lying to a seller, in general, you should not be doing that. So I'm just letting you know, always being this is just kind of like bare minimum stuff to me. It's like, always talk true to the seller. Don't force anything with the seller and do anything they're comfortable with. It's a timing issue, guys. And I love people that have questions with it. Here's the general rule. You always say this, and this is something I always think of. Treat that motivated seller as your grandma.
Or your mom. Whatever it is.
Would you want someone trying to buy your grandma's house or your mom's house and them trying to force the deal? No, if it's something you're okay with.
It's going to blow up on you in the long run. And guess what?
If my grandma is selling a house, and let's say she's older, like in her late 80s or 90s, you sure as heck would want the son or daughter to get a call too about it, right?
And guys, I'm going to tell you,
bare minimum.
I had people I paid back in the day told me to run those people over, and I said, no, listen, I have certain boundaries and morals and ethics in my life. I don't care who you are. My mama did not raise me that way.
Now, when they're 70, some are like, you're not talking about. I make my own decisions. Some people are like that. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't get a deal with I had a deal once with a 97-year-old World War II vet who, I'm not going to say this. I'm going to say this in a nice way, but he did a lot of good stuff for the Americans against Germans in the World War II. And he was a hero. That man is a hero. He was 98 years old. He's had, let's just say, some stripes on his belt. That's all I could say. He's in the Battle of the Bulge, okay? He was 98, and he was to the point saying, you do not contact my family. I do this myself. I take care of things.
Yeah.
That guy took care of I didn't get the deal because he wanted too much. That guy's a good negotiator for 98. But, like, some people are just like that, but I'm telling you, they're like 80 years old. Have a conversation with the family, you know?
them. Guys, as I get older, I appreciate old people so much more because, like, once you have experiences in life, guys, I got 20 years experience in wholesaling. I could write you books after books of stories I've heard. I'll have to do a show. I think I did it once before a long time ago. Some of the wildest stories I've had happen in wholesaling. You wouldn't believe the stuff that's happened.
Oh, you've actually done videos on them. It's when we first started the channel. It has like 50 views. It's crazy. It's just like if we repost that video now, it'd get like 10,000 views.
It's insane, man. I've gone fishing in pools. I've been chased by alligators. I had a monkey chase me through a house once.
Yeah.
I had somebody try to sell me a property with his girlfriend, but don't tell me she's selling it. But she's sleeping in the back bedroom. I'm just like, she's got to get out. And it's a fun. Life's about the journey. So if someone's going through that, use the tips I just shared with you. Maybe pick up a lawn bill, maybe help them out with the utilities, and it's timing. At some point, they will make that decision. You just got to be the right person and have that connection with them, and they will hug you and thank you at the end. I promise you.
That's it. So let's go. Other question here. Olivia's currently working on the next deal. That's awesome.
Get it.
So I think one thing I really want to say, because I got to get some of these questions a little faster, but Eddie's like, what list has the less complicated problems? Remember, guys, in wholesaling, we just said this.
Yes.
The more complicated the problem, the more money. Now, of course, you see that $77,000 deal is really cut and dry, pretty simple. But just think about it like that. We're going after people that have problems with that. Here's the thing. Not 99%, 98% of deals need to go to realtors. Don't you agree? They should.
They do.
They're clean cut, pretty realtor type houses.
They just got
nothing
a problem
wrong with realtors.
Just got a problem with the price.
Yeah. But like those people, that's a very non-complicated deal. That should go with the realtor. The complicated cash, trash, ugly houses, that's who we deal with. Just rephrase the question. I think it's pretty important. Sandra says, or Sandra, can't believe people are still dropping money on these mentorships. It beats me. I talk to everyone one-on-one. Also, Nick, I saw in the comments, you're licensed. Call the law line on the MLS. I'm pretty sure you can do that as a realtor. One thing we don't have, but I don't pay my insane, stupid dues. You can call the law line. I think they'll help you out there for free too. What's the ROS postcard? Go to mailingmastery.com. Show you exactly how to do that. Get through these questions. I think one thing, Sleek Technique. That's a great name. Why do you avoid deals with big rehab costs? Pretty easy.
Let me explain this to you. Rehabbing, it's an element of real estate investing, but rehabbers, they're the worst wholesalers you'll ever meet in your life. They just want a deal, and so they can rehab it. They create profit by beautifying the house. They are experts in it. When you rehab a house, once you open up, listen, you're not rehabbing brand new houses, very rarely. So you are rehabbing houses that when you open up the walls, you find out there's structural issues. Once you open up the walls, you are stuck finishing that house or you're going to lose most of your investment. The reason I don't like rehabbing is it takes a ton of time. It takes a ton of capital and the profit is unknown. And most rehabbers usually lose in the end. A good rehabber has a connection to a contracting business and they have a full crew they control and they need houses as fast as possible. Who do they come to? They come to people like us and I make them pay for it. They will pay you for a house that needs a rehab in exchange for speed and convenience. If you start rehabbing, you got at least a 4 or 5 year learning curve to figure it out.
At the end of the day, the really simple way to explain this is we can probably do 5 to 10 of those big wholesales a month of like 50, 60K, or you could probably do 2 big ones and the profit's not even that. Like
I just showed you 220K without lifting a hammer and getting it done within like 80 days.
It's a math equation. For example, it's better to do 5 $50,000 deals than one $120,000 deal, right?
Oh, and
That's it.
the 5 have guaranteed profit, very little risk. The other one has a massive risk. You have no idea. And here's the one thing you're not in control when you do rehab. The average rehab takes 6 to 12 months. That's if you're good. Okay.
Exactly.
There's things that are going to happen you have no control over. What's going on right now? Interest rates are going up on a steadily almost every other week. It looks like they're going to go up all the way through the end of the year. What happens when interest rates go up? People can afford less. More people put their houses on the market, puts pressure on pricing. Oh, I'm rehabbing a house. I got to list it for $499. You just listed it for $475. That's how markets get saturated and people start dumping properties because they want to start breaking even. The dumb rehabbers, they hold on to the end and they wait too late to change the price and they lose a ton of money. And 2 years goes by. Guys, I've done this. I'm telling you, rehabbing, if you like that and you want to be a contractor and you have the capital to take the risk and you're okay waiting a year to see if you're going to make a profit, knock yourself out. This has nothing to do with wholesaling. They buy from people like us. You have to differentiate. Everybody tries to do a full rehab on 1 or 2. I promise you, do a couple, you'll never touch it again.
Exactly.
Septic tanks. I mean, electrical, plumbing. We're dealing with typically older houses that need love. I don't want to do that stuff. I'm terrible at it. I hate work, like especially in Florida. Man, it's hot. It's terrible. And try to get a rehab done right now. It's like you're waiting months just to have people even show up for work right now. So unless you do it full time, it's a losing proposition.
Cool. All righty. Let's get through these 2. All righty. What else we got? Michelle says, do you pay the realtor on the HUD? No, it's actually on the assignment. Technically, it's on the HUD. It's the way you do it, but if the marketing fee, usually it's out of pocket. Brandon says, seller wants a $5,000 EMD. What do you tell the seller if you couldn't do the amount? I always say this, hey, Mr. Seller, I know you want 5,000 EMD. If this was a traditional on-market property, sure, but I'm buying this thing in 30 days. That's not how our company works. And that's it. Like, you can't really go around that. You can have the buyer do it if you want, but
I mean, if it's a smoking deal, figure it out or have somebody help you with the upfront money. Remember, you're not really at risk on the EMD.
Exactly. Tony says weekly accountability check. Let's get under contract. Let's get it, Tony. Naum says, what website do you use to analyze property? The local MLS, and then I like listaria.com or Zach Data. Last thing is, are you guys wholesaling multifamily? Yes, we do, but there's more money in single family.
Yeah, there's a lot of tension on multifamily right now.
That's it. So guys, without further ado,
that's good.
That's how we made all that money. We got through not all the questions, but as many as we can. So guys, appreciate it. Smash the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon. Free wholesale.